Troy, tell us about Oceanic Offshore and how it started.
Well, Oceanic Offshore started with my father, doing a business in 1997, and we quickly sort of dropped what we were doing, went and helped him. Started off a small little company, 3 or 4 employees, working single vessel, small amount of diving equipment, and we've just progressed over the last 10, 13 years, and yeah, it's been going flat strap.
And what did you first start doing as a business? What was your business all about?
Yeah, so originally we were just a diving services supplier to a lot of the mining businesses around town, general marine service providers. Just a lot of call-out work, all those sort of small items, salvage work operations. It's been a long, long road, but we're finally, starting to see some good prospects out of the hard work that we did long years ago. Yeah.
Great. And so, did you have a pearling beginning?
Yeah, we ventured off and started a pearling business in town, and that was really good fun. It was more fun than anything, and yeah, that went really well. We eventually sold that business, and then basically bought all our ducks in one row and went straight into the commercial diving side of things, and we sort of went for that basically.
So can you describe to me what commercial diving actually is? What does it entail?
It's a tough one. To put it in layman's terms, it's underwater labour. If you could think of everything that you could do in above water, is basically what we supply underwater.
So what was it like transitioning from a pearling business into supplying the mining and energy resource sector?
The biggest transformation was the ISO 9001 and getting the quality assurance. That was a real pinnacle for us to start turning around some quality projects and basically performing to our clients' requirements. So that was really difficult. But once we got that in line and started managing that system, yeah, it went really well after that, and it was a very reliable system anyway. So.
And so becoming ISO accredited, did that help you with your becoming a supplier to some of the large resource companies?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So it was a big hinge there that provided us the groundwork for meeting the client's requirements, quality assurance and HSE requirements and all those sorts of expectations that they have.
And so what's it like being a small business in an area which is dominated by such large resource players?
Overwhelming, in one word. Yeah, look, it's good. We're a very dynamic industry. We have to basically react to whatever their requirements are. One week you'll be doing navigation aid installations, then the next week you might be working on a jacket on a rig. So there's really that dynamic element in the diving business, but yeah, it's difficult, but it's rewarding at the same time.
Yeah, sure. And so what are some of the challenges of doing business here in the Pilbara?
Yeah, well, there's lots of challenges, and I think over time in the last 10 years we've probably seen everything go from having its advantages, and now we're in probably a disadvantaged state where the cost of doing business in the regions is probably in some elements more expensive than the metropolitan area. You've got the whole mining boom and the influx of costs that come with that. And now we're into the probably the down road where everything's sort of plateauing, if you like, where those exorbitant rates and rents, all those sorts of things are sort of steadying off. So then we're starting to be able to control our overheads.
So you're talking about the changes in the mining cycle or resources cycle. So we're really coming off a time now. We've had this peak construction cycle and now heading down into the more normal operational cycle. So how important is it for you in your business to look beyond those peak construction cycles and diversify into other areas?
It's welcomed. So it's very nice to see the mining boom plateau for a little bit, I should say. But look, you do have to keep your eye on the ball and look forward. It's very hard at the moment. There's lots of tendering processes that go in place, and you're competing against international companies, and also with the overheads that you have with the mining boom or the runoff of the mining boom. So it's very difficult, but it's rewarding nevertheless. You get very good clientele and you get a good reputation with them. So it's important that you maintain that reputation and keep that clientele base satisfied and make sure that they get a good professional service.
What other things are you doing to future-proof your business?
Basically, we're trying to set up a lot more tenders, long-term tenders, and things in the like of diversifying our company so that we can self-support our services. There's many avenues to diving, but diving is just one thing. You need to get to the job, you need to support the diving services whilst on site, all these engineering and project management, and we're starting to diversify in those roles now. So we just want to be certain that we can be a one-stop shop and satisfy all our clients' needs in one go, and that's our objective, is to be the main service supplier for our clients and make sure that we provide a very professional outfit when they want it.
How important do you think small business is in the Pilbara?
It's very important. I think it's the keystone to success in the region. It's probably overlooked in some aspects, but I can't understand the local content concept in these local projects that are being developed. Sometimes there's how do I say that? Sometimes there's more words that are said than actions that are taken. Yeah. So they'll say that they want local content and local business to be supported, in the development of these big future projects. But we're finding that in some ways the small business can't just get in there. The clients are looking for a one-stop shop to take the whole lot, and that's what I was saying to you before, is where we want to get our business to a position where we can provide that one-stop shop, and we can give them the support and prove to them that we can provide that.
So it sounds like there's been a lot of wage increases over the last 5 to 8 years, and now you're having pressure from clients to reduce your costs, and that's having an impact, and it's really just waiting for time to pass, yeah, for wages to become more affordable for both you as a business owner and for your clients.
Yeah, I mean it is absolutely, exactly, but also what's happening now is the client's actually reserving the projects. So they know the projects are going to cost a lot of money, so they'll retain them for some time, and they'll start just drip feeding them out. So, and I can understand that. Unfortunately, the cost is the cost. They know that they can't change that. So unfortunately now what they're doing is they're looking at technology and seeing if they can advance from the technology and mitigate some of those costs.
In 2012 you won a Business Excellence Award. How did that come about, and how's business been ever since then?
We actually did that just off the cuff, and we thought we'd give it a go. We see it pass the desk every year, and didn't really pay much attention to it. We're trying to focus on our business and make sure that we were, going forward, not backwards. We thought we'd give it a go, and we just submitted all the recommendations and all the documentations that they wanted. We went forward with it, not expecting a great deal out of it, but we were quite surprised, and it was quite an honour to be awarded the award from the Chamber of Commerce. So that was very good, and it's worked in our benefit. We get a bit of recognition out of that locally as well. So we'll definitely be interested into that. Maybe not this year, but possibly the future years. Yeah.
So what are the keys to your success, do you think, as a business here in the Pilbara?
I think the very fundamental key to our success is our people. I mean, we wouldn't be anything without our employees, and we treat our employees like our family. It's a small business, family business anyway, and basically we welcome our employees as extended members of our family, and we treat them as such. We know that people have personal lives, and that we have to accommodate them in whatever means we need to. And we know that the Pilbara also carries a lot of duress, on family life. There's difficulties throughout, but so we just try to work with them as best we can. Other ways is also the local knowledge. You can't beat local knowledge. We're born and bred here, so we know it. It's basically our backyard up and down the coast, so we can provide a very extensive local knowledge of history, trends, all these sorts of things to our clients, and that gives them an edge as well, so they actually understand exactly what they can expect, and we're very transparent about that. We're quite happy to help them.
So how important do you think small business is in the Pilbara?
Yeah, look, I think it's very important. It's definitely the cornerstone of all the community. So yeah, it's really important, and hopefully it grows with the community. It's a ever so diversifying community, and hopefully it'll get stronger, and with more people moving into town. So yeah, hopefully it's good.
Yeah, so I guess it's that definition of local. Some companies might perceive that as Pilbara-based businesses. Yeah. Some companies might define that as WA-based businesses, and of course, you know, global giants might define that as Australian-based businesses. So I guess what you're saying is that that definition causes a detriment on a local level.
Yeah, it is, and it's quite a grey area. You know, local content. Well, you know, we provide local support with our divers. Now, some of them come from Perth, some of them come from eastern states. A lot of them are from local areas in Karratha, Dampier area. You know, and that's fine, but it all depends on the perception of that context. You know.
So, what's the future for Oceanic Offshore?
Well, I'm hoping that it's a perpetual positive flow with positive growth, and hopefully I'll be able to take a step back and get some management in to take control of it and diversify up and down the coast, and basically provide the same service that we do locally here, up and down the coast, at a good price, and make sure we provide the same professional service to them. Basically, that's where I want to go. So I enjoy it. I love getting up in the morning, going to work. It's more of a passion than business. Yeah, it's great. I have a great time doing this.
So I understand that it's a family-owned business. So how do you find the challenges of being involved in a family-owned business?
Yeah, they're complex but rewarding all in one. Look, family businesses, you have your ups and you have your downs, and I think there's more ups than downs, to be honest with you. We've had a great time, and reflecting on it in the last 13 years, it's all been positive. So you have your moments, you all walk out of the boardroom and in your own way, but look, at the end of the day, we've got positive growth, and we've got a really good character building staff, I suppose. Look, everyone contributes, so it's very rewarding.
Great. And so what are some of the other arms of your business?
We're diversifying into vessel support as well, and we're just basically creating vessels that support our diving services. So basically, the diving on site is one thing, and you have a vessel contractor supplying the vessel. Sometimes their vessels need to be modified, adapted to suit a project, and what we're trying to do is create vessels that actually have that diversification already built into them, so that we can provide that to a client and run with it. Basically, it's a one-stop shop.
And so, how important is it to be flexible as a business with changing market conditions?
It fluctuates nearly weekly. Some weeks you'll be busy next week's the prospects don't look too good, but you can come to work on Monday, and then next thing you know, your next month's full. So it's very, very dynamic, and it's hard to predict. It's very, very hard to predict. There's no real one answer for that question. You just got to basically roll with the punches and go with it from there.